Well, welcome back to Daybreak, everyone. 25 minutes past the hour. Mercy Pediatrician Dr. Laura Waters joins us. You're going to quiz me this morning.
I am.
I'm a little nervous. We look at the spelling bee and we look at all the other great kids out there, and I'm like, What are we talking about today?
So today we're going to talk about bike safety, and
Okay.
we're going to talk about myths and facts related to that. So I'm going to go through about 5 or 6 statements and just kind of talk a little bit more about each of those statements and whether they are myths or facts.
Okay.
So the first one is that your child doesn't need to wear a helmet on short rides around the neighborhood.
That is a myth.
That is correct. So that is a myth. So children should wear a bike helmet anytime that they're riding a bike, because an accident can happen in the driveway or it can happen in the street. So it's a good idea to have your child wearing a bike helmet at all times.
And even, I remember growing up, I was on rollerblades. I wasn't on a bike, but falling, scratching, nicking your head,
Absolutely.
It's a real concern.
Absolutely. And I always kind of joke with my kids that they have 2 legs, they have 2 arms, so if they break one of those, they've got another one to use.
Right.
If they break their head, they're kind of out of luck.
Out of luck.
Yep.
All right, question number 2.
All right, so the next one is you can buy a bike for your child to grow into.
I'm going to go with a myth, too.
That is a myth as well. So you want to make sure that the child fits the bike appropriately, because children are more likely to be injured if they're on an incorrectly fitted bike. So the way that you want to make sure that it fits correctly is that their bottom's on the seat, their hands are on the handlebars, and that the balls of their feet are able to touch the ground very easily. You don't want them tiptoeing, because then the bike's too big.
Just like you wouldn't buy shoes for someone 4 sizes in, same as a bike.
Correct, yes.
All right, question number 3. I'm 2 for 2. I like this so far.
All right, so the only type of helmet that you should wear while riding a bike is a bike helmet.
Is that a fact?
That is a fact. So each different helmet type is made for the appropriate activity that you're doing. So bike helmets are made for bikes, baseball helmets are built for baseball, those sorts of things. So you do want to make sure that you're wearing the appropriate helmet for the appropriate activity.
All right, next.
All right, next is reflectors will make your child safe to ride at night.
I'm going to go with a myth. I think you need more than just reflectors.
That is a myth. So riding at night requires special equipment and skills that a lot of kids won't have. So it's better to just say that once the sun sets that they're not allowed to ride their bike, to keep them safe.
Better be safe than sorry.
Correct. And then another one is if children use hand signals, they're more likely to crash. So you don't want to necessarily teach them to use hand signals and do that.
I think you should learn hand signals.
Correct. So that is a myth. Children are, yeah.
I chose the wrong color.
Children should learn how to use appropriate hand signals and that sort of stuff, especially if riding on the street, so that then they are safe. And then finally, the last and probably one of the most important ones is that you should ride on the right side of the road with traffic.
When I run, maybe I'm doing this wrong. I think you should, as traffic's coming towards you, so you can see it.
So with a bike, though, you should ride with traffic.
With traffic,
yes.
okay, different.
1/4 of accidents that involve bikes and cars are actually when bikes are facing traffic, because a lot of times it surprises cars. So you should go with traffic.
Driving with the traffic on the road.
Correct. Yep.
All right. Dr. Laura Waters, thank you so much. We're going to have much more online for bike safety tips with those kiddos. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm going to get better at these.